Low-value civil court cases in England and Wales could be dealt with by an online dispute system similar to eBay, a report recommends. The Civil Justice Council says settling non-criminal cases of less than £25,000 online would reduce the expenses generated by a court. Principal author Professor Richard Susskind said eBay disputes were minor, like many civil court cases. Her Majesty's Courts and Tribunals Service says it welcomes the report. The proposed online dispute resolution, ODR, scheme would be similar to the one used by online marketplace eBay to diagnose and resolve disputes. Online facilitators would be used to help parties reach an agreement, and if that fails, online judges would rule on cases without the need for courts to be booked or for the parties involved to appear in person to give evidence. The BBC's legal affairs correspondent Clive Coleman says the report is not calling for improvements to the existing civil justice system, but for a radical and fundamental change to the way courts deal with smaller claims. The report from the Council, which advises on the modernization of civil justice, suggests conducting a pilot, ahead of an anticipated full rollout in 2017. 21st century users. The report notes that the dispute resolution system run by eBay settles 60 million disputes between small traders every year. Professor Susskind said the model was remarkable and could be used in a similar way in the civil court system, which was too costly, too complex, and too slow. Speaking on BBC Radio 4's Today program, he said eBay disputes are minor differences, but so are the very many differences in our civil court system. Professor Susskind, who is IT advisor to the Lord Chief Justice, said the online court would have a three-tier structure, and we expect most disputes to be resolved at the first two stages without a judge becoming involved. Under the proposals, Tier 1 would be dispute avoidance, helping people understand their issues and identify the best way of resolving them. Tier 2 would be dispute containment, using facilitators to help the parties reach agreement on resolving the issue. Finally, Tier 3 would be dispute resolution, employing the use of online judges to consider cases online, largely on the basis of papers received electronically, but with an option of telephone hearings. Professor Susskind said the system had the potential to resolve tens of thousands of cases every year and cost less for the parties involved and the taxpayer. Lord Dyson, chairman of the Civil Justice Council, called it an important and timely report, saying the system had so far been too slow to embrace online technology. There is no doubt that ODR has enormous potential for meeting the needs and preferences of the system and its users in the 21st century. Its aim is to broaden access to justice and resolve disputes more easily, quickly, and cheaply. The challenge lies in delivering a system that fulfills that objective.